Hey everyone, Mike and welcome back to Soccer News, where we dive into the stories that matter and discuss the issues shaping our world today. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss an important update. Thursday night in Amsterdam, what should have been an evening of sportsmanship turned into a disturbing display of violence and hate. Maccabi Tel Aviv supporters, who had gathered for their team's Europa League match against Ajax, didn't just come to cheer for football. They came to send a message steeped in provocation. Videos captured in the city's central square tell the real story. Aggressive chants, blatant anti-Arab slogans, and the tearing down of a Palestinian flag. This wasn't just a show of support for a team. It was an act of defiance against a symbol of an entire people, aimed at inciting tension. The clashes that followed were predictable. Maccabi fans had already fueled the fire by chanting, "Let the IDF win and fuck the Arabs," and threatening further violence. This rhetoric reflects the growing normalization of extremist behavior among certain supporters. But where was UEFA in all of this? UEFA, the governing body that claims to stand against racism and violence, remained silent. Despite clear evidence of hate speech, incitement, and violence tied to the match, there has been no ban, no disciplinary action, not even a statement condemning what happened. The question is simple. Why does UEFA apply double standards? Why are sanctions so readily handed down to some, while others get away with behavior that incites hate and violence? Critics argue that UEFA's inaction when it comes to Israel is part of a broader reluctance to hold political allies accountable even when they violate basic principles of human decency. This silence sends a dangerous message. That some countries and their supporters are above the rules. And then there's the political response. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu condemned the incident, but only from the perspective of the Israeli citizens involved, demanding that the Dutch authorities protect them. What about the Palestinians? What about those living in Amsterdam who saw their homes and properties attacked simply for displaying their heritage? The calls for justice were one-sided, focused only on protecting Israeli interests abroad, while ignoring the root cause of the clashes. The Palestinian Ministry of Foreign Affairs, meanwhile, called out the double standards, urging the Dutch government to investigate and protect Palestinians and Arabs in the Netherlands. But these calls for protection are often met with silence or delayed responses from international authorities. This silence is deafening and dangerous. Activists in Amsterdam, such as Mo Kotesh, saw firsthand how the violence unfolded. He witnessed how peaceful demonstrations were disrupted by the aggressive actions of Maccabi fans. Yet politicians in Europe largely refrained from addressing the incitement by Israeli fans. Why is it that when pro-Palestinian voices call for justice, their demands are minimized, while aggressive acts by opposing sides are brushed under the carpet? If UEFA and political leaders continue to ignore these acts, they embolden a culture where hate speech and violence are tolerated. It's time for UEFA to step up and enforce its own rules uniformly. If Israeli clubs and their supporters engage in behavior that incites violence, they should face the same consequences as any other nation or team. True accountability means standing up to protect all communities, not just those that align with certain political interests. It's time for European leaders, UEFA, and the broader international community to address these biases and ensure that every act of hate, no matter where it originates, is met with firm consequences. Now, I want to hear from you. What do you think about UEFA's response to the violence in Amsterdam and the political reaction to the clashes? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's keep this conversation going. If you found this video insightful, make sure to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and help us spread the word. Stay informed, stay engaged, and I'll see you in the next video.